wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. Jack, we Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing. Not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops that find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Rick flaring on him, Rick flaring on him, Rick flaring on him, Rick flaring, sun up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at. No cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hope you took y'all heathen selves to church and got you some blessed and highly favored prophecy or words of the Lord. Okay? Listen, you already know what it is. It is the Offscript show. Listen, People gonna ask, where were you when Scotty did his first Battle of the Bands review? That's what they gonna ask. Where were you? All right. Usually this will be jumping with like 100 to 200 people. I don't need all that. I just need some people to be like, Scotty is expanding his palette. He is just going to give you his opinion, okay, of what had happened at the Battle of the Bands. Shout out to Perry. Shout out to everybody I met at the BAYOU Classic that I dapped up, said what's up to, met some subscribers and everything like that. So I had a great time. Had a pretty good time. It was pretty good. All right. So first, before I get into the BAYOU Classic review, I'm gonna touch on a few things. First thing I'm gonna touch on is like the damn stream. All right, like the stream, get the likes in, get the likes up. All right, that's the first thing. I'm gonna go game day experience. I'm gonna go, well, overall experience, game day experience, whatever. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the step show, and then I'm gonna get to the Battle of the Bands. All right. Now remember, people, I'm not a band head. So if you are a band head looking for me to break this thing down band-wise, you can turn off right now. Okay, I'll give you time. Wait, go ahead. You take your time. Okay, so you can click off. Right? So at any point in time, if you don't like nothing I say, it is on you because you stayed to tune in so you can.
If I make you feel some type of way, if low key you just hit a hey.
Okay, you can always unfollow me. All right, so we got that understanding. Let's get into it. All right, I will be opening the call lines up for people who were at the Battle of the Bands or watched it from Showtime Web or whoever, and you can give me your opinions as well. Like I said, it's just my opinion of what I heard at the Battle of the Bands. All right, my overall experience of the BAYOU Classic in general was, I don't think it's all that. If I'm being honest, I really don't. I don't think it's like, oh my God, you gotta go to the BAYOU Classic. I don't think it's that. Okay, that's just me. All right, like you can go and you can like it. I'm not saying like, oh, it's not a, it's a dope atmosphere. I just don't think it's all that, because my issue is that when I'm walking, first of all, okay, let me go on my little rant to how I feel. I was sitting in the suites, right? And the one thing about I noticed when I'm walking around different suite levels is that Bama's be in the hallway just chitter-chatting and not caring about the damn game. That really bothers me. Like, I don't understand why it's like a big family reunion in these suites hallways. Oh my God, hey, how you doing, man? Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. How's Jim and John doing? Oh. Just shaking hands and doing stupid stuff. Oh, how's that business coming on? It's a whole bunch of that. Whole bunch of elbow rubbing and stuff. We came to watch the game. Sit your ass and watch the game. Like, damn, watch the game. Now, people who bought their tickets in the stadium, they were in the stadium. All right? They was in the stadium. But everybody else around the suites, man, yeah, it is. Shout out to LaShonda. I don't know if that's the same LaShonda, but you know the one on Twitter, LaShonda Love. I saw her at the Battle of the Band. Shout out to her. I had a good time. That's what really bothers me. It's like Bamas don't go to the game for the game. Bamas go to the game about who they're gonna see. Now, if you are a single guy, that's the spot. That's the spot. If you single and you go to a BAYOU Classic, you gonna leave with something. If you don't leave with nothing, you got no game. Like, for real, you could spin around, flip, man. You could have the weakest game in the world. You could at least walk out with a 6. You could at least walk out with a 6, okay? And what I noticed about the BAYOU Classic and most of these classics, but especially the BAYOU Classic, the one thing about our people is I don't give a damn if it's the Checkers Tournament Classic. We gonna come dressed to impress. Okay? We gonna come dressed to impress. Man, listen. I'm walking to the Battle of the Bands. I'm just seeing baddies everywhere. Okay? Now, my girl is bad. She got a booty. She top, bottom. So they probably looking at my girl, too. You know what I'm saying? So we all passing eyes. You looking at mine, I'm looking at yours. You looking at mine, I'm looking at yours. You know what I'm saying? We all looking at, you know what I'm saying? It's just you can't listen. If you have an insecure girlfriend, don't take it to the Battle of the Bands. All right? Don't take it to the Battle of the Bands because it just ain't her insecurity is gonna be on 10,000. Okay. Her insecurity is going to be on 10,000. If you're not secure in your relationship, don't take the woman or man. If the man is not secure with himself or the woman, if you have an insecure partner, don't take him to the Battle of the Bands because all these women, especially your guy, he looking. Okay, he looking. Everybody looking. It's a look show. It's a fashion show. It's a look show. Woo. All right. Let me throw that out there. All right. So if you single and you want to find somebody, take your ass to the BAYOU Classic. You'll find a beautiful black woman. Now, might want to card her because some of these girls looking hella young. Might want to card her. But other than that, take your ass to the Battle of the Bands because these black women out here, Lord have mercy. All right. It's just beauty. It's just black beauty everywhere. Okay. It's black beauty everywhere. You just like, oh my God. God couldn't have blessed you. Like, let me say this. I promise you, and this is my personal opinion. I think if you put 20,000, I'm using a low number. Let's say 30,000. Let's say if you put 30,000, Caucasian from the Caucasus Mountains in an area, and you put 30,000 black people in an area, especially women, it's not even the same. A 10 in the black is like a 5 in the white. You know, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. You just 10s, it is 5s. Like you like if you a 10 white, you a 5 in the black. You know what I'm saying? If you a 10 white, I hope I'm saying this right. If you a 10 white, you a 5 in the black. And if you a 10 black, you ain't even find nothing like that over there. It ain't even possible. I just want to let that be there. It ain't even possible. All right, so that's neither. Like I'm telling you. They might beat us in crowd engagement. But they won't beat us in beauty. Okay. They will not see us in beauty because we're gonna be dressed to impress. Okay. So that's neither here nor there. So overall experience, game-wise, the game was trash. Of course, everybody's seen the game. The game was trash. Beauty everywhere. It's not to me, if you going historically, cool. If you're going because it's a great experience, nah, it's not all that. It really isn't all that. I think it's overhyped for a reason, but that just is what it is. I think if two better teams came together, I think you could have a better experience. That's just my personal. If Devontae Kincaid was playing like an old Southern team that was really good, then the environment would be that much more better. But two bad teams coming to play each other, it really doesn't do it justice. Now, the overall game day experience, listen, the way the Mercedes Dome, the way the Caesar Superdome or the Superdome is set up, it is the smoothest. It's the smoothest process ever. I'm sorry, you probably don't agree with me. More classics need to be played at NFL games because just the simplicity of getting in. Listen, thank you, God. It was so smooth. People knew where they were going. People knew their job. People directing you in the right area. Go here, go there, go up, go down, to your right, to your left. It was so smooth. The worst part about it is black people thinking they run the road. Like people, you know how black people are. They just walking because they trying to be too cute. So they just walking in between. You walking in the street, but everything else, smooth. Okay? Absolutely smooth. It is probably the easiest stadium to go. It's so easy. I would tell people, get there early to park at the stadium. And nobody tells you that. Everybody tells you never park at the stadium. If you ever go to the BAYOU Classic, wake your ass up. I got there at 10:30 in the morning. Wake your ass up. Get there at 10:30 in the morning. $35. It's cashless. It's a cashless venue. All right. So you pay everything with your card. Hallelujah. It's the smoothest parking garage I've ever been from a stadium in my life. It is pure ease. Okay. Easy like Sunday morning. So do that. Absolutely do that. Okay. So do that. That's my advice for you. Do that. All right. Anything else? Anything else from overall experience? No, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. It was okay. It was all right. Overall, it was all right. Let me see. Okay, let's get to the step show. All right, I'm gonna get to the step show. I'm doing a little bit of step show, then I'm gonna go right to the battle of the bands. All right. Step show. I enjoyed it. A lot of people say don't waste your time and go in there. It's not that bad. It wasn't. I mean, it really wasn't to make me. I'm like, I don't know what you've been told, but that's the move. Gamblers is in this house. I don't know what you've been told, but that's the move. Gamblers is in. Listen. I was acting a fool at the top of the steps. Key was like, shut up. All I could think about was stomp the yard. Get my word, one word, bitches. Like I was really all in stomp the yard mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? I was like, showtime, give me that beat one time. Hey, that's how I was feeling. So maybe that's just my newbie in me, but you know what I'm saying? That's how I was feeling it. So I thought it was pretty good. All right. So let me say this. Yeah, you can't take me in public. Now you can't take me nowhere. You can't take me nowhere. I ain't gonna lie, you can't take me nowhere. I was having a good time by myself, you know what I'm saying? Let me say this. Everybody did well. Okay, let me just say that. Everybody did pretty well. I'm going to start with the guys, and then I'm going to go to the girls. For the guys, it was really between the alphas. I don't know from who. The alphas who won and the kappas who lost, right? So the kappas had like this maniac paint. It was coming down their eyes, and like they had like Exalium, like the hugging jackets, the ones like, I'm a dude, he's a dude. We're all, like those type of, you know what I'm saying? So that's what they had on. They kind of like came out of it and all that type of stuff. So I thought they pretty much had. Listen, Kappas from Southern. Okay, Grambling Alphas, Kappa. Thank you so much. Thank you. If that's the truth, then all right, cool. Right? They were my top two. First of all, if you Omega, Omegas can't step, so don't even show up to a step show. Omegas can't step. They can't step. They absolutely suck. They have no rhythm. They just out there just stomping. Like it is. They just, because they got boots on, they think they stepping. They ain't stepping. So listen, if you ever straight jacket, thank you. Straight jacket. Thank you so much. All right. If you ever see an Omega, if you ever see Omegas in a step show, 9 times out of 10, they're going to lose. All right, they can't step. It's either between Kappas, Alphas, and Sigmas. All right, it's just, they suck. Anyway, I didn't have a problem. A lot of people thought Kappa should have won. A lot of people thought Alphas. I thought they were pretty even. I thought it was all preference. The Alphas had like this Chris Tucker from Rush Hour look to it. I thought it was pretty cool. That's one of my favorite movies. So I was a fan. And they did some cool choreographed moves and stuff like that. And the Kappas, let me say this, right? The Kappas this. I was watching the Kappas performance. And all in my head, this is all I was thinking in my head while I watched. I said, if these Bamas don't bring out this cane, they automatically lose. That's all I was going to say. I said, if these Kappas do a whole step show and they don't bring out no canes, you lose. All right? And at the last second, they brought out them canes. And they were, boy, I love them canes, boy. Hey, them canes is clean. I don't care. They probably got the coolest prop. Them canes is cool. They be like, bow. Them canes is hot. Them canes is good. I love them, boy. Them candy canes with them candy canes is clean. I ain't gonna hold you. They candy canes. But they did their thing. So I didn't have a problem if whoever won. It was all preference. So I didn't have no issue with that. All right. I ain't had no issue with that. The girls, right? The girls I had a big problem with. The Deltas from Grambling should have won that competition. The Deltas from Southern didn't do anything special. Listen, I need to see the criteria of how you win, because this is how it happened, right? This is how they did it. This is how they announced them. This is how you know it was slanted. It was slanted. It was a slanted crowd, right? That's me setting up the precedent. This is how they introduced the divas, the Delta divas from Southern. 3-time step show champions. The Deltas, the Diva Deltas from Southern University. I'm like, bro, we didn't need to know that. We did not need to know all that. Just take your ass out there and step. All right? They did nothing special. They did like this little in sync, bye box or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it came out the diva box and all. It was whack. I ain't even gonna hold you. It was whack, bro. It was the Deltas from Grambling. Them girls built like a damn triangle. They built like a damn triangle. Dog, listen. Them Deltas from Grambling, they were in like all black. They were fire. Absolutely fire. There's no reason that them Deltas from Southern should have won that competition. They did nothing special. They did nothing. First of all, if the competition is about hair flipping, okay, maybe they won. Okay, because they were flipping hair and all that type of foolishness and everything like that. They hair in the face like this, they can't even see. You know what I'm saying? They over there. You know what I'm saying? Hair in face, can't see nothing. That's cool. That's cool. All right, that's cool. But they shouldn't have won that. They should not have won. The Grambling Deltas they put on a better show. They did harder stuff. They got cheated. I ain't gonna lie to you. They got cheated. So that's just my personal opinion. Like I said, if you don't like nothing I say, it is what it is. It is. It's nothing to understand. Like, they didn't do anything special. Okay, somebody tell me in the comments, what did the Deltas from Southern do that was special? Other than build their boxes that were like little, like Barbie boxes. Other than that, somebody tell me that. What immaculate move, what crazy choreography did they do that was so special that they should have won that step competition? Because everything they did to me was boring. Okay? So somebody explain that to me. Because that junk was trash. It was boring. It was boring. It wasn't even entertaining. It wasn't entertaining. It wasn't entertaining at all. That's just me. That's just me. That's just my personal opinion. Y'all it's listen, man. I'm gonna say this. And I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm gonna open the call lines up and smash call. Third rail. Okay, he said he'll call in when he gets on. Third rail, Scotty. I don't even know what that means, but okay. Anyway, let me get to this battle of the bands, because like I said, I ain't seen nothing special. Maybe the last couple of times they won, but not this year. Not the one I seen. The standards are pretty low, I guess.
You are the only participant in the conference.
All right.
All participants are muted.
They beat me up. Okay. I ain't see. Thank you, Mr. Lee. And he not biased. He an Alcorn. You know what I'm saying? His wife agreed with me. I ain't. No. See, I don't even need to know a third. Everything touchable to me. I would go back. I would go back. I would go back and see the Battle of the Bands and Step Show. I absolutely. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. All right. Here we go. Battle of the Bands. It's time. Okay. Battle of the Bands review. All right. Now, some quick notes before I go into my stuff. The crowd is completely slanted. Okay. I'm going to make that. If you go to the Battle of the Bands and you think the crowd is going to pick the winner, it's slanted. Okay. It is in favor of Southern. It's like 90-10 Southern. Okay. It's like 90-10 Southern. And let me explain this to you. If you know anything about battle rap, right? I like battle rap. It's like a Southern going to the Battle of the Bands at the BAYOU Classic is like a New York rapper rapping in the state of New York, in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? That's like you as a battle rapper, you having a match in Brooklyn in front of your friends and family. Like, that's what that is for Southern at the Battle of the Bands. It's slanted. The crowd is 90-10 Southern. It is slanted beyond belief. All right, so don't go watching the Battle of the Bands and think the crowd is going to make that. It's not, okay? It's slanted. All right? So I'm just giving you the heads up. If you've never been, that's just a heads up. So don't look at, oh, the crowd was, it's all Southern. And this is how I know this, right? Let me tell you like this. Grambling comes in the stadium, introducing the world fame. Man, that Jake was like, I was like, okay, that's cool. All right. Listen. That DJ said, Southern Human Jukebox, bro, you would have thought The Rock came out. You know how, like, when you hear the rock music, like, shh, like, if you smell what The Rock is, and you know how everybody, dog, it was pandemonium. It was pandemonium. I mean, Kendrick Kaler, he walking out with his chin up like he The Rock. I mean, it was, dog, cameras everywhere, lights. Like if you had a concert, the bright, everybody screamed. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. I'm like, dog, this is unfreaking real. Like, it was amazing. I ain't even gonna hold you. It gave me chills. I'm not gonna lie to you. It gave me chills because you watching the crowd, because the angle that I was at, I could see everybody else because I bought my tickets like a ninja. Like a ninja, I bought my tickets late, so we was all the way at the side. We went in the front, we was at the side. But by sitting on the side, I could see the rest of the crowd go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it was absolutely freaking-monium when Southern's band walked in. It was like completely night and day. And that's when I knew, yeah, this is a slanted crowd. I was like, this is a slanted crowd. It's just different. It's just different. I ain't even gonna hold you. It's different. Like, yeah, they was in the building. All right, it was different. I ain't gonna hold you. It was different. And Taylor knew it was different. The director, he knew it was different. They got the belt. That's what I'm saying. That's why I felt like The Rock. Because somebody was holding the belt up behind Taylor. Taylor walking out like he a two-time champ. I'm like, in this corner, you know what I'm saying, coming in undefeated, by the way, of Baton Rouge, wearing baby blue and yellow, from Baton Rouge, the one, the only, Southern Human Jukebox. I mean, that's how I felt. That's how I felt. That's exactly how I felt. So that's is what it is. So that's my little quick note. All right. So let me get into the. I'm just saying that's how it felt. It was different. All right. Kedrick, Mr. Taylor. I'm gonna say Mr. Taylor. All right, Mr. Taylor. All right. So, I didn't see. I ain't bought my tickets in the front. I was on the side, so I didn't even get to see it. You know what I'm saying? But I believe it. Wearing 8 colors of black. All right. So here we go. All right. So the Battle of the Bands review. Here we go. Round 1. Right. Round 1. Grambling plays the Lift Every Voice and Sing. And once again, these are my opinions of what it is. All right. So round 1, Grambling goes with SWV Weak, and Southern goes with Rihanna Lift Me Up. Rihanna Lift Me Up was a little too new. Nobody really got on board with it. Everybody was singing Weak. I gave round 1 to Grambling. Okay, I gave round 1 to Grambling. Shout out to Grambling, SWV. That was pretty good. Round 2. Ding, ding, ding. All right. It was Grambling. They did Versace. It sucked. It was absolutely trash. It was absolutely trash. I mean, like, I don't know if you're supposed to call a band trash, but that was trash. Like, first of all, Grambling's MC, the DJ MC, he talked too damn much. Shut up, okay? He talked too damn much. That's just my personal opinion. He talked too damn much. Whole world fame. Give him something new. We gonna take it back. In remembrance of Takeoff. Oh, world fame. I'm like, bro, shut up. Just shut up. Just introduce him, do whatever, and just move your happy ass along. He do too much talking for me. All right, he's like a bad version of Don King. Okay, he's like a really bad version of Don King. Because just let the music speak for itself. That's just me. Anyway, they played Versace, not it. Listen, Southern could have played Mary Had a Little Lamb. They would have won that round, in my opinion. That Versace was horrible. Okay, because you got the MC Versace. I'm like, bro, like we can't even hear the beat of Versace. Okay. We can't even hear the beat of Versace. You always talk about Versace. I'm like, shut up. Like, what? Shut up. Okay. I'm trying to hear the Versace. All right. It was trash. It was absolutely trash. I don't care what they played before it. It was trash. I'm telling you, trash. Anyway. All right. So I gave that round to Southern. All right. Gave round 2 to Southern. Chris Brown, Speak to Me. That's my personal opinion. I gave it to them. Now listen, I'm glad my man Crowd Walker brought this up, right? Crowd pleaser. Some of the stuff that the band played, they would play a song before a big song, right? So they would play like some band type crap before like a song. I didn't care about that. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all band heads, y'all can debate all that band crap. Oh, I love that stanza. I don't get shit about that. All right. I care about the songs that everybody knows you playing because we know what you playing, okay? That's why I only picked the songs that I knew, all right, or what I heard and stuff like that. So anyway, I didn't hear Staying Alive because it was just that bad as Versace. That's why I didn't hear Staying Alive. But anyway, next up, round 3. All right, round 3. Grambling plays Usher Superstar, and Southern plays Monica Before You Walk Out. Now, let me say this about Grambling, okay? It's called March, Scotty, okay? It don't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me, okay? This is my Battle of the Bands review. It don't matter to me. Don't bring your band standards to my platform, okay? It's my Battle of the Bands review. If y'all want to do your own shit, open your own shit, okay? It's mine. So Grambling does Usher Superstar. Now, they seem to speed it up. You really can't catch the beat of it, right? It seems like, it's like, instead of it going, it goes like, it seems like it's like, it seems really sped up. You really can't catch the beat of it. So I was just like, it wasn't bad, but it was just hard to catch the beat. It just seems, They didn't ride the beat of Superstar very well, in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion. This is my opinion, okay? Now, let me tell you. Southern, yes, not the right tempo. Thank you. It didn't feel like the right tempo. Thank you for the words, crowd pleaser. Thank you. Okay. Now, when Southern played Monica before, this jank was so nasty. I got up out my seat and walked up the stairs. It's how I felt when Southern played the Jesse Powell "You." The thing I love about Southern, right? The thing I love about the Human Jukebox is, one, it sounds like you're listening to the song without the person singing. That's how it sounds so. God. Everybody was singing. I don't mean to cause you no pain. I just want to go back to being the same. Well, I only want to make things right before you walk out my life. Everybody was singing this day. They had the whole crowd just jamming, okay? Absolutely jamming. So that's the beauty. Like when you hear Southern play something so right, it literally sounds like they took Monica off the track and literally just played. Like they just playing it. Like it sounds so like. And once again, that's okay. I'm gonna say that to the end. I'm gonna say it to the end, but that's how I feel. Okay, that's just me. Okay, so yeah. Anyway. So I gave that round clearly to Monica Southern, Before You Walk Out My Life. Okay? Superstar wasn't bad. It just seemed really sped up. All right? Round 4. Okay? Listen. Grambling tried to play Sweet Lady. That junk was a sweet man. I don't have no preference. Listen, if that's how you swing, that's how you swing. Okay? But that was not Sweet Lady. That was a sweet man, because that was not it. It was so not it. I mean, when your DJ gotta tell you, because nobody was singing, because nobody knew what they was playing. The DJ like this, he's like, hey, oh, because the DJ's like this, hey, before they play, right? Oh, that's nice. World fame. Let's go back on them. Let's slow it up for them, all right? So they start slowing it up, and everybody's like, you know when people lean in trying to hear closer, like, what? And the DJ like, oh, that Sweet Lady. So now we like, okay, it's Sweet Lady. So now everybody really listening, like, oh, okay. And you still couldn't catch it. You still could not catch. You like, Sweet Lady? No. Won't you? No. Sweet love for a lifetime. I'll be there when you need me. Just call. It was bad. God. Oh, my God. If I was Tyrese, I'd be like, never again. Never again. Don't you ever do my song. Don't you ever do my song like that again. I would listen. If Grambling don't got money problems, they will have them on Monday, because I'll be suing their ass. Don't ever play my song again. Matter of fact, don't ever play a Tyrese song again. It was bad. It was absolutely bad. I can't even lie. That was pretty bad. Listen. When Southern played that Luther, excuse me, miss, what's your name? Where are you from? Where can I come? Well, possibly, can I take you out tonight to the movies, to the park? I have you home before it was dark. Man, it look like you listen. I wanted some penny loafers. Can I take you out tonight? Come here, girl. Ooh. I want to know your name. Whoa, boy, that was out there vibing, boy. Ooh, yeah. Hopefully I found it in you. What's your name? Where are you from? Boy, I was jamming. Boy, I was rocking. And then they did that. Let's stay together. And it's the seamlessness on the transition. At no point in time between the two songs, you like, huh? What they playing? Huh? It wasn't nothing like that. You went from the excuse me, mister, let's stay together, loving you whether times are good or bad. Everybody is jamming. Even Grambling fans are like this. Let's stay together. We listen. You know you doing something right when the other team is like, yeah, it's because black people, when it's a bop, they don't care. I don't care if I don't like you. If you playing it and it's a bop, I gotta ride with you. Even though I don't want to ride with you, I gotta ride with you. So Van was just like that. Let's stay together. I mean, world fame is still better though. Loving you. Why they singing? Why they singing? So I mean, clearly. This round went to Southern. All right. Now it's just looking like a runaway. At this point, I'm in the stands like, fight back, world fame. Fight back. Don't let them do you like that. You know what I'm saying? Fight back. They over there getting jumped. You know, have you seen that video on the wire? Let them get up. Let them get up. Let them get up. They just, I'm like, fight back. Fight back. I felt bad. I felt bad. I ain't gonna lie. I felt bad. I really did. But the show must go on. Right? So round 5. round 5. All right. Floyd. Okay. So Grambling bounces back. Right. And once again, this wasn't okay. Say Less wasn't bad. Right. They played this. They played it pretty well. All right. But once again, that damn DJ. Listen, world fame, and listen to me very good. If your DJ or MC or whatever his name is, if he has to say the song, you lose. Tell him to shut the hell up. Okay? If you have to announce the song, oh, world fame, take it back. Oh, Floetry, say yes. Like, bro, if you have to do that, you lost, in my opinion. All right, shut the hell up. We as the fans are supposed to hear. We supposed to know the song before you say something. Stop doing that. All right, it makes you look bad. All right, and then they flew into the. I'm gonna be one of the greatest. I'm gonna man, and I'm just the mama. I hated the mama. They play that joke off of TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those. So. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Okay, it wasn't bad. But once again, Southern, okay, this is what Southern does really well. Southern plays towards their audience. Not like, granted, I told you what it was. The crowd was slanted. All right? The crowd was slanted. That's it. But Southern does a great job of, they don't play for their own ear, right? They play to the crowd. Right? So when they play Keith Sweat, no. Come on, man. Like, nobody? Keith Sweat? It's a rap. Okay? It's a rap. It's a rap. It's a rap. So, you lost. That's just another L. Okay? It's just another. It's Keith Sweat, nobody. It's a loss. All right, round 6. Now, in between one of these rounds, I think Southern played like a mix of like New Orleans bounce music. I didn't know what that was called, so I kind of skipped that round. They probably won that round too, but I skipped it because I didn't know the songs. So this is just what I could keep up with. All right. This is pretty much the last round. For me, anyway. I stopped keeping count. Graham played Jodeci. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't. First of all, it was too late. Okay, you was already on the Gertie. You was already on the Gertie. You was dead. All right, there was you would have needed like Chris Brown to come out and sing while you play one of his songs for you to even get back into the game. Okay, that mix was fire, by the way, by the Nola Bounce music. But I ain't know what it was called, so don't give me quick. All right, the Jodeci song was. I don't know what the Jodeci song was. That's how bad it was. I do know Anita Baker. Oh, I love Anita Baker. But I didn't know the bounce music before Anita Baker. So that's why I was like, I didn't really want to talk about just Anita. It was a whole stand. It was like a whole thing of music. You know, it stay. Yeah, it wouldn't. Stay. All right, cool. Jodeci, stay. Stay. Okay, whatever. But for me, they would have needed Jodeci to come out and perform. To either be back, to even be in the mix, to be like, maybe to make it a good battle of the bands, they probably needed Jodeci to come out and perform. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, like you needed every JoJo or Casey. Who yeah? You needed every one of those. You needed everyone. You needed them members to come out and hit you with a who yeah, because it was bad. It was bad. It was already dead by then. I mean, it wasn't even a fight. Wasn't even a fight at them. I mean, like, it's like, did you at least pinch the bitch? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was bad. It was bad. I mean, it was bad. Yeah, it was bad. Listen, man. Southern is the definition of who can I say? Southern is like Beyonce, right? And this is what I'm and listen to me when I say this. Beyonce is a performer, right? She wants you to say when you go watch Beyonce that you like, man, nobody can touch Beyonce. And that's how Southern does its battle of the bands. Like they play towards the crowd. They play it so well. It's like different standards, right? That they check off. They're going to play something that you're going to vibe to. They're not going to play nothing that you don't know, right? They're going to play what's in their wheelhouse to get that crowd involved. That's one. Two, they're going to play it so much better than you that you like, damn, we can't even compete. And then it's going to be like, it's going to be dope. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with Beyonce. Like Beyonce, you can have people perform Beyonce songs, but they won't do it like Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? They won't dance like Beyonce. They won't put it all together like Beyonce will. And I think that's what Southern is. Like Southern puts it all together to where you're like, damn, that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? They just put it all together so well that you just like, wow, this is not fair. So when they play Melodies from Heaven, it's a perfect way to it's a perfect way to say you suck without saying you suck, right? It's like the perfect way. It's like killing somebody with kindness, right? It's like instead of me playing something that would be like really rowdy and like, they went to complete 360 on you, and I'm gonna play Melodies from Heaven. I know every black Negro in here gonna stand up and sing it, and we gonna show you how much we control your crowd and our crowd. That's what's so crazy, right? Because then there's a part where it breaks down. Everybody like, rain. Oh, sing it, rain. And you hear the whole, I see Grambling people, rain. Oh, yeah, rain. I mean, you can't, like, they gonna be like, yo, yeah, you know who it is. You know what it is. Get your ass up and sing. So it's one of those, like, it's like you're not like, it's like showing Grambling. See how it's done? Like, that's what's so bad about the way they ended it, right? It wasn't something to where it wasn't like a go home or like a throwaway song that was like, whatever. They ended it with a song that literally got everybody on their feet. And then they look like it's going to tell Grambling to be like, yo, like, that's how it's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it's done. Like, take notes. Like, that's what made that ending so bad. in my opinion, right? That's just my opinion. So clearly, if you're doing math, Southern won this like 5-1. It's really 6-1. I didn't know the New Orleans bounce mix. So that would give them another round. So that gives them 6-1. But I only did 6 rounds because I didn't know what that bounce was. So that's my final score. All right. So that's it. So let me say this before I get up out of here, right? And you guys can call in if anybody else got any opinions, if you were there or whatever. The one thing about Southern that to me sets themselves apart from other bands, right? And I know people can be like, "Oh, Scotty, what?" Southern is the kind of band, or they have a standard, in my opinion, to where it's like, they perform with integrity, right? It's like how you came in is how you're going to leave. And I have to respect that, because you would think like, hey, let's just pack this stuff up and get up out of here, like Grambling, right? But Southern has a standard to where they march in a way and they're going to leave out the same way they came in, win or lose. That is a level of integrity and standard that did not happen at the Battle of the Bands at Jackson against. I see all that. I noticed all that. Jackson packed that shit up and walked out the stadium. Southern got back in the same lines that they marched in. And they marched their ass right on up out of there. And the Southern girls in the back with the white hands, they just are like this. That's a standard that they set for themselves. Win or lose, you have to respect, because it doesn't matter if the scoreboard says they won or if the scoreboard says they're lost. They're going to show you a standard of how to come in and leave a place, and you got to respect that. Hey, Smash, coming to you.
Got it. I want to fucking floor laughing at your ass, boy. Hey, if nobody gave an opinion, outside this perspective should be the name of that show. You don't know shit what the fuck you got going on, but you damn sure be hitting the nail on the head on some stuff. So look, I'm gonna start back from what you said about the game experience and everything. So pretty much, Scotty, you're right. It is a family reunion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like then we don't hate Graham. They're like our big cousins up north. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like everybody talking, you're gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? So even how you complain about like the SWAC morale games don't be there, that's just one and the same. But you gotta realize, some years when Bayou Classic years ago, like the Bayou Classic depended on who went to the SWAC championship. So imagine what that atmosphere was like.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, so like that's, and this was both teams wasn't that really good this year, you know what I'm saying? Even though the game depended on if Southern went to the championship, it wasn't really this game means more than what it means. So yes, more pageantry, more what's up, cuz, than the game focus. But it used to be like this. So I hope you get a chance to ever experience one of them kind of Bayou Classics. So, Step Show. I see what you mean on that the deltas from Grambling. Their Step Show was fine. I think it's a matter of sometimes precision and staying with your theme. The theme to me kind of was a little all over the place. Like, with the Southern Deltas, it was like, I don't know if it was like a airport kind of theme, like a flight or something like that, where the stewardess kept coming out and explaining to you rounds and around. All the judges judge off of different things. You may have some off of precision, some off of is the level of energy from your show from start to finish. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all completing every step? Did somebody look tired? You know what I'm saying? There's so many things. So that's tomato. But the groups that step at the Bayou Classic Step Show, they have won their homecoming step show. So all of them gonna be top notch and all of them gonna be good. So some may be tomato. You might like your thing, but I do agree. I did like that show and that pyramid thing that they made on stage. So you was right about that, Scotty.
That was crazy.
That's just to give you a little. Huh?
I said that was crazy. When I saw it, I was like, that's crazy. But go ahead. Even the one with the Kappas did the pyramid and they like shimmied. I was like, yo, that was dope. That was dope. But go ahead.
Yeah. I did like that. Like I said, all the Bayou Classic step shows are gonna be fire because they won their homecoming step shows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're gonna be off the charts. Now, let me tell you what was more funny, dog. Like when you be one thing that I can't be biased towards bands, but one thing I never understood until recent years was why the announcer always talking during Grambling songs. So sometimes he do take away from the song, but their theme of it is like a radio show. Like when you listen to, if you pay attention to when they marching, like this is now the KW, whatever, Grambling radio show. So it's almost like a radio show. He's talking, he's announcing every song as a radio host would do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like, you know, the beauty of it is you're an outsider. You have no idea what goes on and you don't like it. You know what I'm saying, Scotty? So that's one thing I always thought was weird. I forget they announced a name. He's a legendary guy, but he passed away, I think, last year, a few years ago. He was real good at what he did. He didn't talk as much as the new guy talked, but he made it smooth and he made it like fire. I forget his name. If y'all know the name in the chat, put it in the chat, RIP the dude, because he used to make it real smooth to where it made sense. The new guy maybe need a little bit to work on. But yeah, Scott, I'm just weak at your commentary, man. The fact that you say stuff like how Southern, you don't have to announce the song before you play it. That gives you points. I don't care if you're a bandhead or if you're not a bandhead, you know what I'm saying? You know when the band playing a song, if you can sing along, it makes a good song. Correct?
That's facts. That's just facts.
Exactly, Leon Thomas, RP to Leon Thomas, but he was a real cool cat. So stuff like that, like the fact that you know like dynamics and like when you be talking about those Grambling, they wasn't as bad. To me, they wasn't a bad band. It's just a matter of they just wasn't your cup of tea. Actually, that TikTok song was called King Affirmation. That thing hit. Now that motherfucker hit. So that's just a matter of like everything in a nutshell. But I like your perspective on it because you don't know what the hell going on. You just know good music and you know bad music. You know if you know the damn song or not. That shit funny as hell, guys.
It's very simplistic for me because I don't need to know about the whole half, quarter, resting, stanzas. I don't need to know all that. All I need to know is, did it sound good? Did it hit? And I agree with the room to grow. I think the song selection for World Fame is not. I think they're not a mellow band. To me, they are if they can play a song that's upbeat and with tempo, I think they would sound a lot better than trying to go into a lane. And I like the Week. I think Week was really good. It sounded really good, but I don't think that's where they need to make their money at. They need to make their money on tempo, like up tempo songs like that, like the King Affirmation. I'm gonna be one of the greatest. Like they caught it really well. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that needs to be their rhythm.
How to play. I remember at the hotel room I was explaining to you like the style of every band. Yeah. Every band like Jackson State, they got a big boom sound. Southern is more they off the human jukebox. That what you like about Southern is the reason why they call it human jukebox. It's a jukebox. You know whatever song hot on the radio, they're gonna play it. Mm-hmm. Grambling is more of a I don't really know like the what they go for, but it's more of a melodic up tempo kind of bouncy style, but it's just a matter of band. A question I have for you, Scotty, production. You ain't talked about the production. What you think about the production?
You talking about like the stage and all that?
Yeah, like the lights you do that, like the promo video Southern had when you watched it.
I didn't get to see it because I bought my tickets late, so I was on the side. I didn't really get to see it. You know what I'm saying? Tell the Human Jukebox Media to upload it on the on their platform. I didn't get to see it, but I love the light show. Oh my God. When they were about to start, oh man. And I told Perry, and I'm gonna say it right here. Listen, Southern gotta let me be the MC. Southern got to let me be the MC. Because no, for real, and I won't even over talk it. Once Southern gets done, all I'm gonna be like, there's a difference. There's a difference. We do it it's different, bro. They are different. And if they want, I would love to be the MC for the next Bayou Classic for Southern. I really would. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, you feel crazy to have. But yeah, Scotty, man. But I'm glad you really enjoyed it. And you seen the passion behind it. And yes, it's a slanted crowd. One, because the bottom of Louisiana is all damn Southern. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's almost like everywhere Southern goes. One thing I did want you to tap into, I hate to bring it here, but you saw I packed them up for what, Scotty?
For the Battle of the Bands?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, it was crazy. Oh, yeah. Not a seat. Not a seat.
And all I was thinking about the whole time was a lot that we had, like, damn, these bands ain't get none of this. That's all I was saying the whole time, bro. I can't tell you the last time I seen a sold out Battle of the Bands. Like they be packed just like that, but the fact that they weren't selling any more seats, that thing was crazy, man. That made me feel a kind of way. But I'm real glad you had a good time, Scotty.
Man, listen. I knew I'm not a band guy, but I think if you rather go to the Battle of the Bands than the game, I would understand it because it's a whole experience. Like it really is. Like it is a whole experience. Oh my God, let me bring this up. I thought I was gonna forget. Smash, I'm gonna let you go because I'm about to get loud. I don't want to be in your ear. All right. Well, appreciate the call, Smash.
All right, man.
Hey, listen. If anybody thinks that you gonna be in the military rapping at the Bayou Classic every weekend, you out your cotton picking mind. They had 2 U.S. service members, 2 staff sergeants up there trying to be kid and play, rapping in uniform. I was hot as hell. I was about this close to leaving. I said, I know I did not pay money to see 2 service members up there trying to rap. Boy, I was hot. I'm Staff Sergeant Griffin, and I'm from the United States Army, and we represent Man, if you don't take your ass on somewhere, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Man, I was mad. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was mad. So, yeah, that blew me. That absolutely blew me. That absolutely blew me. I've been in the military. Don't let that trick you. If you was a young man out there, don't let that trick you. That is not the United States Army. Okay, I know it firsthand. I can show you some pictures of me cutting grass before I show you pictures of me rapping on the stage. I will show you pictures of me cutting grass before I show you pictures of me rapping on the stage. Okay, don't believe that. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, I could be a rapper in the military. Okay. All right. Okay. Also, it's that comedian. I'll just say, I won't be looking at his special. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, that's just my personal opinion. You know, that's just my personal opinion. I won't be watching his special. Okay, that's it. That's all. You know, that's pretty much it. You got anything to say about the bands, babe? Yeah, I know you enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it. Let me see. The step show, I agree with you. Should have went, and so should the other adults.
Yeah, yeah.
Southern's people, they win again. Southern, y'all, I love them. You know what I'm saying? They were welcoming, even though you were hating on them.
Yeah.
They still welcomed you.
Yeah.
Like, even better than Jackson.
Yeah.
And Timothy Green, I saw you say Southern versus Grambling or JSU. It's still going to be Southern.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. In the event that the human jukebox cannot attend, what is it, Sonic Boom?
Mm-hmm.
Sonic Boom, have at it. But if the jukebox is there, and excuse me, but in the words of my Nana, this is in the Bible, it's your ass, Mr. Postman. That's it.
Listen, I you know, the funny thing is I think, like I said, it all depends on what you it all depends on what you like, right? Like for me, I like the clarity of how I would say Key's favorite bands would be Southern, Jackson, and Tennessee State. That would be Key's top 3 bands. When did you hear Texas Southern play? They barely played. So who you taking out? Okay, so she said Jackson. She said Southern, Jackson, and Texas Southern. I don't agree with that one. 9137 coming to you.
What's going on, Scotty? This is Monty from Detroit.
What's up, Monty? Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm glad you had your first BAYOU Classic. As I was telling you before, I'm a former band head And it's funny that how you end up liking Southern, but one thing about Southern has always been like that military style. And for years up under Isaac Graves, at one time Southern was pretty much all males. They had an all male band for years, maybe like 1 or 2 females in the whole entire band.
Yeah,
outside of the dancing dolls.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, and but you know, like I said, I grew up. My band director was from Jackson State, so we was the baby boom up in Detroit. So we was at Jackson all the time. But I always liked Southern style and that power. So their band director, same way Eddie Robinson was at Grambling for years, Isaac Graves for Southern. He pretty much put that style on the map. He was there for 36 years.
Woo!
So yeah, he's a legend. So anybody that's in the band world knows about Isaac Graves. But like I said, Southern always had that power. Jackson had the flash back in the day, especially back in the 90s, late 80s. They used to have some good battles, but right now, Southern, you know, seem to be on Jackson head right now. And to me, Grambling ain't never been a match for Southern, but Grambling always got more shine because they had, you know, Eddie Robinson. They had the football program, and they traveled a lot around. I remember when Grambling came all the way up to the Pontiac Silverdome and played back in early 90s when I was in high school.
Wow. That's crazy.
Now I'm thinking about how much they got paid for that game.
But yeah, man.
So yeah, they came with the Silverdome, 80,000 people, turned out the lights, had some lights on their feet, did the field show was sweet back in the day. But you know, Southern has always been a good program. Like I said, the jukebox and BAYOU Classic Battle of Bands that Friday night is crazy. From the times I've been there, it's something to see.
It definitely is, and I enjoyed myself. But hey, man, appreciate the call, Mr. Monty. What? I told her. I said, yeah, I saw LaShonda. Shout out to LaShonda. LaShonda is a gracious host. She's like, y'all need anything? Y'all want anything? Yard Talk from Twitter. Y'all all know Yard Talk from Twitter. I saw her coming up the stairs. I waved down. I touched her. I was like, hey, what you want? She's like, hey, she's like, y'all need anything? Y'all need anything? I get you. She's good. She's gracious. I appreciate that. My top 3 is this. My top 3 bands would be Southern, Jackson. Listen, man, I don't see the big deal about FAMU. I really, and people can probably be really mad at when I say this, and the most fan, I don't get the hype about FAMU. Maybe it's their field shows, because they do some creative stuff with the basketball and the hammer going on, but just playing music like that black people want to hear and dance to, like FAMU is not it, bro. I'm telling you, they are like North Carolina. They're like, what was that? Atlanta A&T from Dr. Griggs or Dr. whatever was it? Dr. Grigg? Dr. Lee. Dr. Lee. That's what they are. Dr. Lee is not it. Yeah, it has to be the halftime shows, because the music y'all band must be playing, because there isn't a stadium, there isn't a stands battle that you've had with a decent band that you've won. Who's number 3? I would go with Bethune-Cookman. I really liked their band when I went to. I really liked their band. 1127 coming to you. Hey, calling you live.
Hey, how you doing, Scotty?
What's up?
Hey, you're right. Back in 94, 93, I was recruited to go to Jackson State for football.
Yeah.
And, you know, going back for the band was going back in the 90s, right? And at that time, both Southern and Jackson State had a good band. But one song that really got me to turn on to say, damn, Southern just whooped our ass. They came out in the stand and Do What You Wanted, brought out those umbrellas in the stand, and they set the motherfucker down. And from that day, I think we banned umbrellas in the whole stadium. Hey, I'm just saying the truth. Man, that thing was over there, Jack. And I'm from the Gulf Coast too, so I've been back and forth in New Orleans and stuff. But when they did that, man, you might well shut the door, go home. Well, they closed the show. And I love Jackson State. I love Jackson State band, but damn, when they played that, it was over. It was over. Hey, I just wanted to get that out there. And they're all the top two bands. Jack State and Southern is the top two band in the SWAC.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, by far. Yeah, appreciate it. Okay, yeah. So, like, to me, listen, man, like, FAMU's football team can stay in the SWAC, but FAMU's band should go back to the MEAC. Because they just aren't, like, they seem like Ohio State-ish, like dotting the I. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know, when the white people be at the top of the, they be like, dotting the I of the Ohio. Like, that's what they get. They give me, like, they don't give you that, like we gonna embarrass you type vibe. FAMU is like, you'll be like, they literally, like the dude from Morehouse, he was like, yeah, Morris Brown, like, they was like, and that's how they, and he was like, hit him with a little fun in the bumblebee. Like, that's FAMU. Like, it is so annoying, man. They get washed all the time. Every time I see FAMU in the Orange Blossom Classic, it is like, oh my God, like, why are you here? Just stay home. There's no reason for you to come to the Orange Blossom Classic and just stay home. The worst three bands, I don't think I've seen enough. I don't think I've seen everybody's band to give the worst three. Oh, A&M is the last. A&M is dead last. Okay, listen, if there was a floor, they underneath the floor. A&M is bad. They're bad. Like, at least FAMU plays in the stands. Okay, A&M is like, why are we here? They're like the badass kid that you take, and he be like, I didn't even want to come. Like, that's that's what A&M is. That's what Alabama A&M is. They are the badass kid that you gotta force their ass in the stands. You gotta force their ass to sit down. You gotta force their ass to sit down. You gotta force them to play something. You gotta force them. They be like, oh my God. You be like, oh my God. Valley wasn't that bad. They really weren't that bad. Valley wasn't really that bad. They're just small. They're just small. Yeah, they didn't do anything. Alcorn was at the Southern Joint. Uh, 3309 coming to you.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty?
What's up?
What's up, man? Been following the show for a while. Big fan. I bet you at the classic at the Hyatt, you and Perry. It's kind of this is gonna be kind of football related and band related.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So a lot of people might not realize this, but I want to say in 1999 and in 2001, Jackson State and Southern had their games. It was a home and away. They did 99 in New Orleans, and they did 2002. It was 2002 in New Orleans. They call it. They monikered it as the Big Easy Classic.
Mm-hmm.
For me personally, I'm a Southern student, second time student. Been going to the games all my whole life. That was a big deal, and like somebody stated earlier, Grambling and Southern really isn't really the big rivalry. It's not a hate. Southern hates Jackson State.
Yeah, facts.
And Jackson State hates Southern. Ain't no way around it. It's hate. That classic, had it been in a venue like that, could easily be bigger than the Bayou Classic.
Easily.
The Bayou Classic is more. The Bayou Classic is more of a event weekend because it has a place that the Thanksgiving holiday is right there. You got all the festivities going on. You got the parties. You got the Battle of the Bands. Even if you look at it from the Battle of the Band standpoint, Jackson State is a much better band than Grambling. That alone in itself would sell it by itself.
Man, I would love to see Jackson and Southern like an official Battle of the Bands in like a stadium, like an official stadium. Like I would love to see that but it gotta be in a mutual. It gotta be like in a mutual spot because it can't be in Louisiana because Southern fans will slant that drink out so fast it wouldn't even be funny. You know what I'm saying? So it gotta be somewhere in the middle.
I'll say this. I agree. I agree with you with that because the thing about it, Southern travels. If it's in New Orleans, it could be in goddamn Montana. We coming. Man, so check this out. Southern was supposed to play Tennessee State in Detroit, and during COVID ruined that. I had my hotel booked.
Wow.
We was going, and we was gonna be deep, son. You hear me? We go anywhere. Now Jackson, I'll say this: Grambling don't travel. Grambling go to their homecoming, and they go to BAYOU Classic. Barely. You said it yourself. It was flooded. It was flooded with Jaguars in New Orleans.
Facts.
But that's not our fault. I commented in the chat, and I said, shit, they had an opportunity to buy the same tickets we did.
That's fair. That is fair.
I'm just saying. I mean, it might take a little while for them to get down there on horseback, but, you know, it is what it is.
Horseback.
But I ain't going to take up too much of your time, man. I just wanted to come show love and just throw that idea out there.
Hey, no problem, man.
I know you got the platform to get it done.
I don't know about band. I do what I
we
can.
Believe in this guy.
Hey,
it's Scotty we trust.
Hey, I like that. I would say that. Thank you so much. It's Scotty we trust. I appreciate that. I like that. I still that. But yeah, so if I'm from what I've seen, okay, I'm gonna just go by from what I've seen. I'm not gonna go by nothing else than from what I've seen and what when it comes to the three worst bands, right? I would have to go A&M. Alabama A&M is last for me, dead last. What other band have I seen? I like South Carolina State's band at the Celebration Bowl. They came to play. They really came to play. I would have to go Valley second to last because of the size of the band. Yeah, and we was you know what? We did hear Alabama State at the Magic City Classic. They did pretty good. They played Come and Talk to Me. That was really good. They did. They played that Come Talk to Me. It was really good. It was really good. I ain't gonna hold you. That was really, really good. Come back to you, Smash. What's up, Smash?
Scotty, I cannot let you do it and that. I'm sorry. I can't let you do it to end. Hey, Doc. Let's just say, bro, it was cold as shit at that damn game.
It was cold.
No, for real. Hey, no, for real. I can't. A&M is not. It's like on some band shit. I can't let you disrespect Alabama A&M like that. Like I'm gonna just say, I can see some videos from this year. Maybe Rican. Yeah, that game was not a perfect representation of no band. Both bands sound flat, but Jackson on Jackson. But I can't let you do A&M that. Dog. I get it. I know what you're saying, but for the first South Carolina, I can't. It's like the band rules, bro. I'm not gonna let you do that. Let's just say you had a bad first take.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Listen. Huh? But okay. I've seen Alabama A&M 3 times. I saw them at the homecoming. They didn't come to play then. I saw them
They didn't play nobody. Who did they play homecoming? Did they have a game? They didn't have a band at homecoming.
At the last homecoming, they didn't have a band.
Who they played?
Jackson State when they played Jackson.
No, at homecoming they didn't play Jackson.
I'm talking about. I said I've seen them 3 times. I'm talking about the 3 times that I've seen them.
Oh yeah, the first Jackson game with the scooter. And
yeah,
shit. Okay,
with
cool,
the scooter.
Cool. That's 1.
Yeah, that was 1. I went to the Magic City Classic. That was 2, right? And so the third.
That's the Magic City Classic. What?
I remember we met.
That's the one I'm talking about. You didn't like that A&M?
I'm just telling you the many times I've seen them. I'm not telling you about like all the times I like them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just telling you the times because I didn't really watch that. I didn't watch the homecoming. I was talking to BJ and I talked to you and I went back up. So I didn't really watch. I'm just telling you the 3 times I've seen them. But the one time, so then the third time was the game for Jackson. That's the time I really was focused in on them because I'm like, oh, cool, whatever. So from that, Alabama, the only thing I heard from Alabama State was to come talk to me. I thought that was pretty dope at the Magic City Classic. last year when where we met. But other than that, I mean, listen, they second to last.
I can't let you. I'm gonna just say I'm gonna just send you like a recent video of everybody and this shit, bro. But I can't let you because it's one of them things like this element. And then we talk about it, I get it. Now what's crazy, once again, when you hit the nail on the head about some shit, you don't know nothing about band. But I'll tell you about style of play, how you was like FAMU would be like the Atlanta A&T.
Yeah.
That's just funny as a motherfucker because and you like they need to go back to the MEAC. That's their style over there. It's a MEAC style. That's like how can Scott even say this? He don't know two cents about band, but he know this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, you be right about some shit, but like, and I can't do air them there. So they got a bad. Maybe that it was cold that night.
It was cold that night. Hey, Smash, somebody wants to know somebody wants to know your top 3 bands in the SWAC.
This year, Southern Jackson, Texas Southern.
Wow.
Easy.
Wow, he said Texas Southern, man.
Yeah, because Key was right when she said Texas Southern. Pretty much, Texas Southern new band director is our old assistant band director. He's doing phenomenal jobs over there. But I'll just give a top of 3 from everything from field shows to nigga shit to knowing the song like Scott. Texas Southern, they're really on the rise this year. Southern and Jackson. I couldn't do a top 10 band. I'm just give you 3 like all back. But I can tell you something great about every damn band. That's why I'm not gonna sit up here and let you give A&M the worst. Hell no, Scott. Fuck no. Somebody gonna snip that shit like, what is this guy smoking? But I feel you though, but yeah, man. But it was cold that night and we was ducking gunshots and mobiles. So let's just say everybody was a little scared that night.
I'm smoking that A&M. I'm smoking that A&M pack. That's what I'm smoking that A&M pack.
We smoking that Mobile pack because it was loud at that night.
It was. Hey, appreciate it. All right, Smash, appreciate it. Listen, I'm gonna just say this, right? I'm not saying that FAMU is technically probably really great, right? Because they can perform with anybody because technically they're sound. But if you're just talking about like getting down with the get down, they're like the cousin that's like going to Cornell and you're like, I don't eat cornbread anymore. You're like, you don't eat cornbread? You grew up on cornbread. What you mean you don't eat cornbread? My friends at Cornell, they told me that it was too much yeast and the yellow 5 mix in cornbread just doesn't work for my allergies anymore. Like that's FAMU. To me, that's FAMU to me. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You know what I'm saying? So, 6454. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, Scotty, how are you?
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. You touched on everything. You didn't touch on the Dolls and Grambling Band dance team. So, how do you think they did?
Okay. I love the style at which the Dancing Dolls, like, I don't think they messing with the Golden Girls. I'm gonna just tell you that straight up. They ain't messing with the Golden Girls. So the Golden Girls is my standard when I think of dancing, like that's my standard. But I do love the smooth, like the white gloves and how they move. It's like water. It just flows really well. Like they just catch the vibe so easily. I think they're called the orchiasis or orchids. I don't care, whatever. They're just a little too stiff for me. Like they did this one dance move. They look like off the Remember the Time video from Michael Jackson. They hit like this double like lamp pose, and I'm like, what y'all trying to do? Like, what is that? Like, if I was picking dance squads, they wouldn't be one I would like to see consistently. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you do have to remember, the Dolls are a dance team of style, grace, class. Not taking nothing from the GGs because they good too, but GGs is like a bucking, getting down, nasty type of dance team. So yeah, you have to have your preference with that. But with the overall, yes, Southern and Grambling is not a hate rival. You have to realize you have a husband might go to went to Grambling, and you might have a wife that went to Southern. So it's a family tradition. So it's not going to be as much of a hate game as a Jackson and a Southern. But that's all I got. I'm glad y'all enjoyed y'all first Bayou Classic. I hope you come back.
Hold on.
And yeah, I'm gonna tell Kendrick.
Hold on. Before you go, okay. So I get the bucking, like the twerking. Pretty much, let's just say twerking because bucking sounds like a horse, like the bucking of
But that's what they do. That's what they buck.
But I like there's some smooth, like I'm always going to remember that performance they did against Jackson at the Soul Bowl last year when they did the Sierra Like a Boy, and it was really like it was a whole production, like they were moving gracefully, they really weren't like twerking or nothing like that. It was really nice, and I'm glad they can give you, to me, from what I saw, they can give you the smooth, the real, I don't want to say classy because it wasn't really like, because it wasn't a white glove classy. It wasn't Usher, like the little ushers at your church, but it was still smooth. You know what I'm saying? And it was amazing how they performed it. So to me, the versatility that they can give you, both of them, to me is why I would go for the Golden Girls, is because when they want to buck or twerk or whatever, they can give you that. If they don't want to do that, they can also give you that. So that's the reason why I like. And then I'm a fan. I love them.
Okay. Yeah, the Golden Girls, I'm not gonna take nothing from them, but Dr. Greggs, he designed the dolls to be beauty and grace. That's why our Southern dance team is in the front of the band. They bring the beauty, they bring the elegance, the class, But yeah, not taking nothing from Archon. Archon is a great dance team, but it's two different styles of dance. But anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed your first Bayou Classic. Like I said, I'm gonna try to put some, in Kendrick ear for you to host it.
Yeah, let me do
MC.
Yeah,
my daughter played in the juke, and then I have a son that played in the boom. So I'm in the middle. I'm always in the middle. So I'm not gonna say Southern better than Jackson. I'm not gonna say Jackson better than Southern because I'm undivided. I'm divided right now.
House divided. I got you. House
both
divided.
of them good
yeah.
in my book. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, go ahead and put that bug in his ear for your boy. Go ahead and it's a whole year for the Bayou Classic. They can tell me they can give me a list of words I can and cannot say. You know what I'm saying? I can practice. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to host the Bayou Classic. Boy, don't let me get up in that, Jake. Boy, that's crazy. Anyway, somebody said the J sets. I'm not a fan. They don't. I don't see what's. Okay, let me say this, right? When I look at the dancing dolls, I see a certain style. I see a certain je ne sais quoi. You know what I'm saying? Like I see what they're giving. Like they like, how the artists, they give me jazz. They give me class. They give me, I get all that. When I see Golden Girls, they give me the hood, and then they give me, the smoothness. They give me the choreography. The J sets, I'm like, So I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to speak on them because they haven't done anything that is like, oh my God, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, I haven't seen the Stingettes. I haven't really watched the Stingettes to really like give opinion about the Stingettes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know. But I'll tell you this, right? And I'll say this. The same Soul Bowl, the J sets danced to Fame. It was just as bad as the world Fame playing Versace. It's not it. It wasn't it. So I don't listen. If I was ranking them, my top two would be Golden Girls and then the Dancing Dolls, and then I'll figure out below that. But yeah, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. The Golden Girls and J Sets is like Southern and Grambling. Like they not on the same. That's why. Why did Jackson State not let the Golden Girls go up the ramp? Because they be killing it. That's why you don't let, like, okay. Since y'all want to bring it up, since Bama's want to ask, right? If they went up on the ramp and they destroyed it, right? You ain't got 3 million views on the ramp. You ain't got that. So if you're going to stop a dance team for going up the ramp the same way the band goes up the ramp, what are we talking about? You don't want to get shown up at your own stadium. That's why you say, oh, please don't dance. Oh, Golden Girls, please do not dance on the ramp. Please do not dance on the ramp. Like, they killed you on your own ramp. That's why you don't let them dance on the ramp anymore. You got embarrassed. Okay? You got embarrassed. It's okay. Just say we not as good as the Golden Girls on the ramp. That just is what it is. Because if you're not scared of the comp, you do your thing, they do their thing, and whoever wins, wins. But if you already scared of the battle and you already telling them don't go on the ramp, you already lost because you scared. So that's why the Golden Girls are better. If you don't, because you wouldn't tell no other school to not go on the ramp because they're not as good as the J-Sets. You would never tell the Stingettes don't dance on the ramp. You would never tell the Dancing Dolls don't dance on the ramp. You would never do that to them. But since the Golden Girls smashed you on your own ramp, you have now made it illegal, essentially, for them to do it. So you lose. You already lost in my book. Now you can never be better than somebody you're scared of. It just don't even make no sense. It just don't make no sense. You can never be better than a group that you're scared of. How does that, what sense does that make? Come on, man. Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it. So that's we just leave that. We just leave that right there. We just leave that right there. I'm just saying that, but that's what it was. That's what it was. You can't like Jackson State fans, you guys can get mad all you want. That's what it is. That's a fact. That's a fact. They went viral off their ramp routine. And it's your ramp. I'm going to go viral at your home stadium going on the same ramp that you go on. That's embarrassing. You've been doing this thing for over 100 years, going up and down your own ramp, and you have never gone viral on your own ramp. The Golden Girls come to your stadium in your house, kick up their feet, eat your food, and go viral in your stadium. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. And you're not scared? You're lying. You're lying. That's why you said you don't want them to go back on the ramp. You're lying. You're lying. Okay? Stop lying. You're lying to yourself. Okay? You're lying to yourself. It is what it is. So, and every time you tell them don't go up the ramp, you lose again. Every time you tell Golden Girls to not go up the ramp, you lose again. Every time. Oh, please, you lost. Why can't we go on the ramp? The band goes up the ramp. You don't say nothing about the band going up the ramp. I was at the BAYOU Classic. Okay? I saw the band go up that same ramp. I'm just saying. But every time you tell them don't dance on the ramp, you lose again. That's just my personal. That's just my personal opinion. But I don't know. You don't like. Doesn't that say you?
If I make you feel some type of way, if low key.
He said they can build their own ramp. They should at your stadium. They should build their own ramp at your stadium and go viral all over again. That would be funny. That would be funny. All right. Hey, Golden Girls, if y'all need an MC, come holler at your boy. Come holler at your boy. All right. Hey, listen, until next time. Hey, I appreciate everybody. This is my first Battle of the Bands review. If you like it, I might do it some more. Not the BAYOU, the vet, Scotty. No, I'm talking about the vet. Yeah, I'm talking about the vet. Oh, my bad. I was at the Boombox Classic. My bad. I was at the Boombox Classic. There's too many bees out here in these streets. There's too many bees out here in these streets. I was at the Boombox Classic. I seen it. Man, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what ramp I'm talking about. So y'all know what game I was talking about. Missing me with all that. Anyway, all right. So if y'all like this, let me know. When the video posts, you can put in the comments if you want me to do more band videos. I'll do more band videos. I had fun talking about it. Maybe Smash will send me some Alabama A&M stuff and I'll go over it because they're not that good. I'm telling you, they that little badass kid. But listen, guys, I appreciate everybody. Make sure you tell somebody you love them. I will be at the SWAC Championship this weekend. Hopefully Mike will be down there to actually see a game. Okay. And if you see me at the SWAC Championship, I'm going to be doing some interviews. All right. So if you see me, I might ask you a couple questions. You might be on the channel. You might not end up on the channel. It is what it is. Trying to have a fun SWAC Championship, heated rivalry, trying to have some fun engagement. So if you're there, you see me, say what's up. All right. So listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.